We are back. 2024 NXL Major League Paintball, the Pro Division here at the Lone Star Major. I'm Matty Marshall, blessed to have Josh Taylor from New York Extreme, Mike Jeffrey, the coach of Baltimore Revo. 4 more sets to go. It's going to be San Antonio XFactor playing their first game today, and PBFIT also their first game, Impact, and the Bears also in this set. XFactor, PBFIT. Josh, we'll start with you here. XFactor, PBFIT. Who do you think is going to take this one? PBFIT did shock the paintball world, taking down the Dragon yesterday.
Absolutely, Matty. PaintballFIT is looking really sharp. They look like they've been playing 5 days a week, basically. Yeah. I'm not going to take anything away from XFactor. They're a great team, obviously, but I gotta bet on the boys. I gotta bet on FIT.
Texas battle here. XFactor, the best team ever to come out of the great state of Texas. Some people would say Houston Heat, but every time I bring that up, the XFactor boys go, show me the true Texan on Houston Heat. But yeah, so XFactor, love that roster, but this is a good old-fashioned classic Texas battle here as we start point number 1. PBFIT going to be starting from that blue side. XFactor from the red side. Running referee coming to check out that player. Back corner bunker on the D side. And it looks like it might be a 5-on-5 break. We'll see if that player's clean for XFactor. Colt going to do a little retreat after getting to the South Electronics can. Colt Lukau on the opposite side of the field as he's going to get across, and he gets to the can and out alive.
Interesting retreat by Colt there. Haven't seen much of that. 2 bodies in the snake side tower for XFactor as Billy gets across with Matt Jackson already in position to help him. Colt Roberts taking the walk though, so a 5-on-4 advantage for PaintballFIT as Chavez gets up into the Dorito 3.
When you play PaintballFIT, you have to stop John Chavez on that D-side attack. He's absolutely nasty over there, and a big reason that they're as good as they are. Billy Bernaccio, though, is going to be a first bout Hall of Famer one day whenever he decides to hang it up, but he's still got it, and he is now pushing the issue here in point number 1 for XFactor in the snake.
Billy snake till I break Bernaccia is unmatched on the snake side, and he's going far. I don't even think FIT, they might know that he's in there. They don't know how far he is. Matt Jackson just shooting the fill, so FIT can't get a wire presence over there. Fuzzy, great support for Billy, who comes up. I think he missed the snake side tower. He doesn't get his kill there.
They're going to try to reposition and try to get that inside shot, but Billy staying low and safe so far. Matt Jackson still a rope of paint right in front of him. No one in the snake with Billy. He's gunned up, though, down that way just in case. But, yeah, the coast is clear so far as far as somebody trying to come in to bunker him from the snake. He just has to worry about that inside shot there, Josh.
Yep, Matt Jackson joining Billy in the snake here. Chavez just got shot out of the Dorito over there, and they're losing their can as well on FIT.
Yeah, so the card's starting to drop here for PBFIT as they lose those 2 bodies in succession.
These instincts by Billy are elite here, to come up there and miss the shot and then not look for anything else, knowing that he's going to get a ton of heat on the inside. This FIT player's come here, not shot his gun. Now he knows, doesn't know it's going to be there, so FIT connects, so it's a 3-on-3. That's a huge kill for FIT.
That is absolutely massive because Billy was taking all that pressure away from everyone else on XFactor. But as Billy was doing that, Jackson was able to get into Snake 1. They also have, I think, Meter into D3 and TJ Danner out in D1. But it's a 3-on-3. Here comes Meter Ninos pushing the issue. He's going to gunfight his way into D4, looking for that inside kill.
And this FIT player in the Hertz brick, XFactor has not picked him up. He's very careful to not shoot his gun here. He does have to worry. I think if Meter takes another bite, he can dice him up in the back. Meter, though, has to contest with the snake player Stewart crossfield.
Yeah, you can see here as our eye in the sky and those 2 bodies making moves for San Antonio XFactor from the red side. Meter Ninos the first to go. TJ Danner right behind him at D2, but Fuzzy Jackson on an island by himself. Also PBFIT, their body on an island as well, too. So if somebody wins this gunfight down the sideline in the snake, could be the deciding factor in this point.
Fuzzy has the ability to come down. I doubt he knows that there's that Hertz brick there. If XFactor can pick that up, they'll win this point for sure, as TJ gets in close behind Meter.
A little bit of a longer first point here, down to 11.5 left in point number 1. Getting a look at the center player for PBFIT. He's zoned up on Matt Fuzzy Jackson. There's Colt Lukau, back corner on that D side.
It sounds like XFactor's identified the center player now, so they know he's there. And as the bunkers start to blow around a little bit, everybody's going to play a little bit more careful. We don't really know exactly where they're at. They have a general idea.
Yeah, Josh, that's a good point. On very windy days, you know, you don't have to worry as much about touching the bunker because all the bunkers are blowing around and making moves. Typically, that's a tell. When you start seeing a bunker move around, there's somebody in there, and you can almost tell which way he's looking by which way that, you know, the stream of paint's coming, and then when, you know, that bunker is vibrating around.
just under 11 minutes in the first point here.
Yeah, so close point, 3-on-3, no score so far. If you're just joining us and see this battle, ooh, tense battle going down the sideline right now. You can see all those bunkers lined up.
Some Sunday paintball here, evenly matched body count, both teams with pretty good positions. Fuzzy has the ability to come down, not getting much pressure down the wire, but he wants to be smart about it. Each one of those bumps and sticky mud is treacherous with a mirrored snake that he has to contend with.
Yeah, and the reason why, look, we're saying, say Sunday paintball, right? Well, XFactor's 1-1, so they're already in must-win situation. PBFIT trying to prove to the paintball world that they're ready to contend already with how good they played in the semi-pro, winning every single semi-pro event, beating Dynasty yesterday, as we were talking about. And so, yeah, we're seeing some high-level chess go down right now in these gunfights.
Did FIT win their other game as well?
Yeah, they did. They beat Dynasty in overtime, and they took down New York Extreme by 4. So they're sitting on a 2-0 plus 5.
And you know that FIT doesn't mind playing this style of game. They really trust their guns. Here comes Colt creeping up into the second Dorito there. That's a small bunker for a big man, so he just skips that and goes into the Dorito 3. And then, ooh, I thought he might have shot Meter down the wire. That was a good move by Colt, but wasn't able to connect on the shot.
I think that ball just blew off the bunker. We saw a big spray on Meter Niños' D4 position, but referee right there, he's good to go. TJ looking inside, Meter looking outside on that D side. You can see they're here on your screen. Man, we're down to, this is a 6-minute point almost.
Colt now coming for it a little more, doing a creep walk through the middle. I think Fuzzy's going to catch him here. Yeah, he doesn't get Meter, so Colt going for it a little too much. And now 3-on-2 advantage for XFactor. FIT smartly pushing the issue on the snake side, though, in a low body situation. FIT just needs to win a gun battle here to make this even as Meter creeps forward, tries to put a shot on the Hertz brick, doesn't miss, retreats back. Smart move by Meter.
Yeah, you can see, though, here on our Eye in the Sky, it's just a tough situation for PBFIT. XFactor with those 2 bodies out, they got outside contained, and D4 still D3, and the center Hertz brick is just totally focusing on those 2 bodies on the D side. I think this is Stewart here in the snake for PBFIT. He's just totally focused on trying to goat Fuzzy into a gun battle that he could potentially win, but Fuzzy's a nasty shot.
Yeah, that brick player can't come off that because Meter will come forward and dice him in the back. He's either got to go forward or connect on a shot here.
So there's Fuzzy Jackson on the highlight. I believe this is Stewart in front of him here, and he's going to continue to his forward progression, but
that's a nice move.
Yeah, in this low body situation.
Oh,
here comes the commit from TJ. Danner runs through. Did he get the drop in on him? It looks like that body is coming off. Any penalties? Yeah, penalties going to be assessed on TJ Danner. That's going to pull out Fuzzy Jackson, but Stewart already got shot. I think it's going to be a no point. So after we had a little under 8 minutes to go here in this game, point number 1. And it might be a no point, so still could be going 2-2. In a no point situation, teams will be starting from the same side.
And that's an unfortunate turn of events for FIT because the penalty was thrown before Stewart died there. So if he stayed alive for another second there, Jackson doesn't get a chance to shoot him, and that's their point.
Good point, Josh. TJ launching through. I like the move, but not the execution. Unable to put a ball on the FIT player in the brick, drawing the major that pulls out Meter and Matt Jackson, who are still alive. But was it Fuzzy who shot Stewart out of the snake?
I think it was down the wire, yeah.
So that's a really clutch kill by Fuzzy to make it a no point there as we jump into Bears and Impact.
Yeah, long wait to play their first point in this set. Impact, Brooklyn Bears. Impact dropped a shock in a pretty close game, 3-1 loss, and then barely beat ML Kings in overtime. Kind of grinding their gears on offense a little bit yesterday. So we'll see if Impact can pick it up a bit today, sitting at a 1-1 record. And on the breakout here, point number 1. Bears in the red, starting from the blue side. And here comes Impact from the red side. They're going to launch Laval. He's going to get to the brick. They do lose Dalton off the break, though. That's a big kill. Dalton Vanderbilt is a good D side for him. And they're going to get into the snake. Both teams actually in the snake. Looks like JC, Justin Cornell, hopping into snake 2 quickly. He's got Zach Yakimek behind him.
Brandon Cornell in the South Electronics Tower for Impact, and that's Nick Laval in the Hertz brick. The Bears are also in the brick. I can't tell who that is from here. And Robbie Altamore in the snake, Spider-Man. JC playing the snake for Impact. He's got his gun inside. 5-on-4 advantage for the Bears. with no Dorito side attack yet. Brandon Cornell holding them up from that tower. Robbie Altamore now taking another bump into the Snake 2.
Yeah, and when you're the Bears playing former world champs like Edmonton Impact, they took second at World Cup recently. You go into a high body 5-on-4 situation, these are ones they got to win. Got to win these. And we were talking, Todd was up here, he's like, coaches hate when you lose high body situations. Then we cut to the pit and you're like, we cannot lose high body situations. What are you guys doing?
You got to convert on those. It's really the difference in games. It's like a turnover in football, right? If you lose the turnover battle, you don't connect on your high bodies, you throw interceptions, it makes it very difficult to win the game. Not impossible, but very difficult. Both teams double stack now in the Snake. Exactly mirrored on this side.
JC's looking at 2 bodies down this sideline, kind of trying to get Barolo to engage with him. Robbie Altamore in front of Barolo. Barolo had a good dash day. Robbie Altamore always an offensive threat when you play the Bears. Same with Joey.
Bears got an extra body, but they're not doing much with it. Brandon Cornell doing a good job to keep them in check on the Dorito side out of that tower. JC now trying to set up a shot on the center, on the Hertz brick for the Bears. Oh, he connects on it. Great job by JC to crawl forward undetected, set up his shot, and connect to even up the body count. Austin Buffton also dying out of the back center. I think he might have traded with Brandon Cornell, so it's a 3-on-3 situation here.
Yeah, again, just a couple tough breaks and some gunfight losses for the Bears to even up this count. So Impact locking in, but this is what it makes Impact, man. You get these all-star rosters. They're tough to beat in their gunfights. JC really trying to, he just wants one of these guys to gunfight him down the sideline. So please, somebody engage with me.
Joey
needs to be real careful here.
Yeah, talk me through that, Josh.
Well, he's on the island right now, and he's touched down in the Dorito 3. He's got the middle brick looking his way. Another move coming up the middle.
Yeah, it looked like Barolo was trying to launch down the highway to try to get the shot in on JC because maybe feeling that Laval's looking dedicated towards that D side. Somebody gets a shot on Zach Yakimek. That might have been Barolo.
I think it was Robbie.
Was it
Robbie?
Wow.
Joey Altamore comes through. Heads up play.
So Joey comes through the middle. Looks like Barolo launches on the highway. Robbie stays alive in all that chaos. So it was a 3-on-3 situation, but the Bears just a little bit better out here in point number 1 to take a slight lead.
That was a good job by Mark Barolo there. He wanted to run the highway on JC, but got picked up by Zach Yakimek in the Snake 1, so he hit the deck, lived in Cobra, and while Zach was over the top shooting him from the Snake 1, Robbie comes down the wire, shoots Zach, and that allows Joey on the far side to come through, shoot Nick out of the center, and the Bears put up the first point.
Yeah, Barolo was. I like the Bears on offense because those guys are not scared to go.
Yeah,
they're going to push the issue. They're going to be in crucial positions. Sometimes the knock against them is they'll get far up the field and then die out of that spot.
I agree.
But Barolo showed some high-level chess match skills out there yesterday and some long points.
Yep.
And then the Altamores, they're threats. When you play the Bears, you have to deal with them throwing these big punches at you.
Those guys are super experienced, so Joey playing on the island on the Dorito side, knew exactly when to go, got Nick Laval clean, and the Bears taking that lead. Now jumping back into XFactor and PaintballFIT. XFactor down a point to their Texas rivals. I guess not new rivals, I guess, maybe. Brewing rivalry, perhaps.
Well, XFactor's been around forever.
Right.
And PBFIT, they just got here again, but they've been a team for a couple years. But if you're XFactor, you're not going to try to give up best team to come out of Texas or best team right now in Texas by losing to the new pro team. So yeah, there's going to be in Texas. So yes, this is, make no mistake about it. I don't care what they say when the cameras are on. This is going to be a rivalry because in their heads they want this. They don't want anyone to be like, well, we beat you guys last time.
I'm not hearing any poems from the sideline from that FIT fan. Surprised. Maybe she's so tense in this one.
Maybe she's secretly an XFactor fan too.
Oh man, I thought Meter left early there and didn't tag, but they let it slide. 5-on-5, pretty mirrored breakouts for these two teams going short.
So they gave FIT that first point. So it's a 1-0 match right now, and on the breakout looks like it's a good old classic 5-on-5 break with better field position for FIT. As they beat XFactor in the Snake, he's going to crawl up into Snake 2.
I think the one knock on FIT as a new team is sometimes their only offense is Chavez, so I really like this emphasis on getting in the Snake early. They do let Axel match it.
Stewart was good yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Stewart was good.
He was very good. They tend to stick to their bread and butter, though. They're not going too far out of the way. Maybe risk Chavez, but it seems like they're content to play that pocket and let everybody play their game.
Meter on your screen in the Dorito 1 here for XFactor. I think Colt Roberts, yeah, just got shot out of that South Electronics tower, so a 5-on-4 advantage for Fit, and they have good field position up the snake, up a point, up a body.
Yeah, and only 6:45 left.
Yeah. So XFactor, with the wind howling and the skies darkening, are going to have to find some offense here down bodies.
I haven't had a chance.
Oh,
and so it looks like Axel Godin's going to win that left-handed gunfight on Scott Stewart. So, yeah, Stewart loses to one of the Snake legends in this game.
I'm not sure there's anybody scarier playing from his elbow than Axel.
yeah, that's truly. Trent Mason does fill the Snake for PBFIT. That's huge, so Axel can't just rock it down there and eat the remaining Fit bodies. Pretty almost exactly matched up field position for the two teams, both with the big Dorito corner, the Dorito can, Snake 1. Fit has the center tower. XFactor has Fuzzy in the Snake side tower. 4-on-4 situation here.
Yeah, it's pretty even here on, yeah, because both teams had a body in the Snake. Slightly different. Oh, but I was going to say who's going to drop a body next. So, unfortunately for XFactor, Matt Jackson going to be losing a gunfight from that tower. That leaves Axel on an island.
Everyone knows Ryan Brand is the quickest on the horn. I wonder what he's thinking in this situation. Down a point, 5:35 on the clock. Axel going for it, though.
We've talked about, ooh, wow, a little bit of a trip and a fall trying to get into this tower for PBFIT, but no one able to put a ball on him from XFactor. Even in that stumble, is able to spread the field a bit. Now PBFIT's going to launch, getting into D2 with the can. Here comes XFactor's going to get over to help out Axel a bit, leaving
Here it comes.
one body on. Oh, then TJ. Yeah, so looking for the immediate concession here. There's no way that Ryan Brand's going to let this go much longer in a 2-on-4 situation with just 5 minutes to go down by 1.
But he does try. Oh,
There it is.
Ooh.
I mean, Axel was trying to make some proactive moves out there, but
with a body in front of him in the Snake and a body protecting right there, the only thing you can really hope for from Axel there, you know, there's not much he can do, and the big risk is a penalty overextending.
yeah. Well, and this is interesting too, because there's not a lot of time left. XFactor, real good on comeback, so they're not out of this yet. But if Fit can find a way to beat XFactor and they go 3-0, and then Dynasty about to play New York Extreme, if Dynasty beats New York Extreme, they'll be 1-2, and then XFactor will also be 1-2, and then that's Dynasty XFactor both sitting at 1-2 to see who could potentially move on Sunday in the last set.
Impact playing with the deficit here against the Bears. Let's see what Dave Baines has cooked up. Oh, it looks like they might have lost Zach.
Yeah, Zach Ackerman asking for a check as JC's going to get into the Snake. Looks like Zach will be coming off dead. And here come the Bears. 5-on-4 situation. But JC not feeling any pressure as he loses Brandon Cornell behind him. So JC trying to roll dice here on an attack down in a 3-on-5. JC's continuing his forward progression. He does have to worry. Oh, he did get clipped maybe in the pack as he came around that angle. Might have got shot down the sideline by Altimore. 5-on-2 now in favor of the Bears.
Oh, wow. But Nick Laval getting shot down the wire on Robbie Altimore, sliding into Snake 1 undetected. So 2-on-4 for Impact. The Bears in the Snake side wedge. Snake 1.
Well,
Mark Barolo getting checked.
Yeah, he's getting checked, but he's alive. So that's good that Barolo was in there because he can help take over the attack after the death of Altimore.
Joey Altimore, meanwhile, streaking up into that Dorito 3. That's going to make, he might shoot, who is that? That's not Derula, is it? Is it Trevor in that tower?
It's either Trevor or Brandon. Trevor Reeser.
And so there goes the horn. Good job by Joey Altimore, recognizing the body count situation, that he wasn't catching any pressure except from Nick Laval inside from the Snake 1. Takes his big bite, connects on Reeser's back, and the Bears going to take a 2-0 lead. Wow.
Yeah, the Bears, again, I got some thoughts on it, but let's check out this pit right now. They got to be pretty pumped. They're up by 2 on Edmonton Impact.
That's it, you're fine on the line. Hey, keep pounding that Cali Beach lane.
The Bears have been pressing the middle with Evan Manners, and he's been pretty consistent up there. He's always up there, always ready to do something, trade a body if he needs to, dedicated to his job, not scared to get into it with somebody.
Yeah.
He's not scared to take punishment.
Yeah, I like that pickup for Manners. Manners has been grinding on different teams throughout the years, recently on Latin Saints, but he had some good points for him yesterday. So jumping back into this one here, 2-point lead for PaintballFIT. Is XFactor going to answer with just 5 minutes on the clock? And on the breakout right now. Axel got in, now cutting to the inside. They send him up the middle instead this time, and this time it's an early death for Ninos, as they're also going to be losing another body too, Billy Bernaccia, and it's going to be up to Billy here and Axel, and actually I think Meter's still alive in the can.
I think Billy bounced that tower. Oh, now he shoots him. Got to protect yourself there in that tower. Oh, and they shoot Colt as well, so a 3-on-3 now. Billy and Axel. Billy going to work there. And now Meter coming into the Dorito 3. So PBFIT with a 5-on-3 early advantage squandered because Billy got into the snake undetected and immediately picked up 2 kills.
That's what they needed. They needed somebody to step up, and it was Billy Bernaccia. Axel's going to do a slight retreat. Here comes Ninos, untouched, all the way on their side, and they get another kill. So PaintballFIT had XFactor on the ropes, but could not put him down here. So we still got ourselves a game. Oh, and they're going to finish off that last body.
Oh, you got to be careful there with Axel in your face. Don't try too hard to put a ball in there and catch a penalty.
Yeah, so
that's one
we got ourselves a game here.
That's one that PaintballFIT's going to want back.
Yep, 5-on-3 off the break. And with a team like XFactor with Billy and Axel, you really want to play like Red Alert, as in the snake is hot off the break almost automatically. Especially on a field like this where the snake side off the break is fairly blind for that landing zone. With guys like that who can just come down and connect on shots, you can't get caught sleeping and saying, oh, I didn't know he was there. Well, it was Billy Bernaccia, so he was probably going to be there.
In the pits right now with San Antonio XFactor.
And the 1-2 punch with Axel and Billy is huge too, because Axel's so versatile. He's up the gut, he's in the snake, he'll play the Doritos, he'll do whatever you need him to do.
Tense moments here, let's listen in.
I saw you got the other kills. I did it. Yeah, so Chavez loves that corner, right? You just think he wants to be in it.
Not wrong. All right, jumping in this next one here. Bears up by 2 on impact, but a lot more time left in this one because of how quick these points have gone. So 10.5 left. The Bears are going to be losing Manners up the middle, and they're going to get Laval for impact up to that 50 wedge. He's looking D-side. Another body coming off for the Bears, and there's 2 stuck in that back center, so this is a disaster of a point already.
But Robbie
Buffton
able to get in the snake, that's big, except then they lose Austin Buffton as well, so it's a 5-on-2 Impact's favor. They're getting exactly what they need here with about 10 minutes left on the clock. Bears went Pocket and the Hertz brick, who got shot off the break. And now JC creeping, just Robbie Altamore left in the snake 1. 5 alive for Impact. And he's going to take a bunch in the neck there, up close from JC, and that looked like it stung.
Impact needed a big point right here. You know, they let the Bears steal the momentum early. They know they got a lot of time. They shoot some bodies on the break. They make a couple quick bumps. Don't miss their shots, and now they're right back in this.
Yeah, and when you're playing teams with a ton of experience, you know, in soccer and hockey, they say there's nothing more dangerous than the 2-goal lead.
Yeah, let's see how the vibe is here in the pits for Impact. Yep, pumping each other up.
Business as usual.
Teammates.
They show we have 3 on our side.
Yeah, when I went up, he was going up, but I got up, so I just ripped him. Yeah. Always red. I don't know where else came from.
It's been pretty cool to watch Nick Laval's career, because even with the roster that Impact has, he is still starting almost every single tournament, almost every single point.
You're talking to 2 New England boys. We love Nick Laval.
Yep, we've known that guy since the Friendly Fire Factory days.
Body coming off early here for FIT, as they are able to make it to the tower. Snake. And just 340 left, but it looks like Meter Ninos going to be taking the walk from that D side. TJ Danner's going to scurry out of that back center. He gets to the can. They do make it out wide with Billy Bernaccia. Here, Snake Axel's going to launch and release. He's going to get into Snake 1. And another body coming off for FIT. So, yeah, 3-on-4 situation in favor of XFactor. Here comes Stewart crawling up. He's kind of getting chased by the ref. Might have a hit on his pack. Looks like he's still good to go. He's going to look. Ooh, ref is going to take a third look at it now.
And that lets Axel know exactly where he is, which knuckle.
Yeah, it kind of helps to aim when you know exactly where your opponent is in that spot.
Yep.
Now, we want the refs to check the players, so
Yeah, of course.
it is what it is, but it still does help out Axel.
TJ Danner slides into the second Dorito for XFactor. They also have that South Electronics tower to keep Colt in that back center for PBFIT. PBFIT does not have anyone wide on the Dorito side. TJ is going to have the wrap all day as Billy slides into the snake behind Axel Gauden.
So Fit still sitting on this 1-point lead, 2:30 to go. XFactor going to have to find a way to thread up the field. They have the 2 bodies in the snake right now, looking at just Stewart, and they're trying to shoot that bounce shot. And now that has been a very effective bounce shot throughout this tournament. Seen multiple kills. You shoot at that mini wall, it bounces in to where Stewart's position is, and he's got a lot of pods on his back right now. Colt Lukau in that back center trying to figure out which way he wants to put his gun.
Just 2 minutes left on the clock here. XFactor only needs 1. Stewart retreating now where he's safe from that bounce shot so that he can at least get his eyes inside. Make sure that TJ Danner doesn't get too comfortable over there. Oh, I thought Colt caught one in the back center. He did. Yeah. 4-on-2 advantage now for XFactor. Just 2 bodies on the snake side for PaintballFIT. XFactor not in a hurry, in full control with 1:35. Can't afford to blow the close, so they're going to try to do it smart.
Axel hops the beam, comes inside.
Oh, but Stewart or Mason gets a shot on TJ Danner. So
and that's a huge kill for Mason. Huge kill.
XFactor still has a body in position. If they need to stop the bleeding on that side, they can do it. Still got the body advantage.
Axel looks like he wants to jump the beam and go to Fit's side of the field brick.
Just down to under 1:10 seconds left to go. Can Bernaccia and Gauden put it together? Josh, who's at the tower for XFactor?
I think it's Meter. It's Meter for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Axel now coming to the Hertz brick, recognizing the situation, getting on the wrap here.
Red.
Big fill out for Trent Mason.
Oh, Mason took one.
Oh, Meter streaking. He did not know where the snake was. Both those guys are going to die here.
So down to just 36 seconds left to go. Chaos sets in as they made it all. Meter's made it all the way through. He's going to shoot Stewart in the back, and then we're going to see a minor penalty assessed. But I see a flag. I don't see anyone going to pull any bodies.
Because it's on Stewart.
So no body to pull. That could be a huge boost for XFactor because if it's a minor, no body to pull. Could start with 26 seconds left. XFactor has stolen a lot of wins in the past decade in situations like this.
That's a really tough sequence there for Stewart. Misses the shot on Meter coming around and then tries to trade with Billy. Unable to do it clean, they say. Maybe it must have been talking to the ref because I don't think he put a, maybe he put a ball.
The only other thing I could think of is they were calling Mason out as he slid to the corner, but he didn't shoot, he didn't do anything yet, so I'm not sure it was on him.
Still no point on the board yet for XFactor as the Bears and Impact come out to play their next one. Impact getting in this match now, and they're going to be on the blue side. Bears in the red, on the red side. It's been all JC mostly in the snake. A few, they've thrown him in the middle a couple times. They've all been getting a lot of spins. Dalton and Brandon also line share spins with them with Zach Yakimek. Seems to be the starting 5 that Dave Baines and Bart want to work with.
Yeah, not going with the 2 lines out here, I see. No Zupa, I assume, so maybe with 9 guys, they figure it's not worth trying to get 1 guy spinning. I don't know.
So it looked like they finally figured out in that last one, because I heard point approve. The clock is stopped at 26 seconds left, or 26 seconds left in that other set, or in the match in the set. 36 seconds to go before the start of this one.
All day left in this one. I think it's around 10 minutes on the clock.
These points have been going pretty quick.
So fitness going to become a factor when this switches to X-Ball.
Yeah, this is a weird layout, man. We've seen some really low-scoring games, and we have just seen
some barn burners.
Yeah, some off-to-the-races matches where we're seeing like 14 points out here.
It's a very cool layout. Everybody loves it. No complaints here.
So on the breakout, in the split screen breakout, well, actually, no, nothing safe out here, including our cameras. Impact is going to be taking a decent amount of ground. They're going to be going to that far up can, and I think Dalton's going to be taking the walk from there. But here comes JC pushing his way up the snake for Impact on the blue side. 4-on-4 situation as Sakaguchi taking the walk here for the Bears.
Sakaguchi was the difference maker for their team in the practice. Us, Revo, and the Bears, and Notorious were there, and consistently, when they needed offense, they were getting it from him.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I think Sakaguchi, I don't even think this is a conversation. I think he's the best player by far to ever come out of Hawaii. We've seen some decent Hawaiian players throughout the years. Hawaiians do love themselves some paintball. Ooh, body here for the Bears getting pinched out. That's Manners getting stuck in that South Electronics tower.
And now XFactor calling that there's no one wide on the Dorito side for the Bears. The Bears have Robbie Altamore and Snake 1, Snake side tower in the Dorito can. Impact with much better field position here, a 1-body advantage and a 1-point deficit. Look for them to take their time and work out the Bears here, looking to tie the game.
Yeah, this is one of those points that if you're Impact, take all the time you need, man. You got a lot of time to work with. You have a 1-body advantage. Get Cornell out on that D side eventually, or Laval up the field. You're already in the Snake.
Yeah, Brandon Cornell really just has to deal with the can in front of him. I think it's Nick Laval in the South Electronics tower wants to really make sure that that Bears player doesn't fill out to the 100, that corner Dorito. It's Joey Altamore in that can. You can hear the New York Altamore brothers speaking with their thick New York accents cross field.
Where in New York are they from?
Oh, I actually...
Long Island.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Long Island accent.
Yeah. Joey, Robbie.
Joey, Richie, Robbie, Jared.
Jared. Impact now coming into that Hertz brick and then to the wedge on the Dorito side for Impact. That's Laval. That's going to make it almost impossible for Joey to fill out.
Yeah, Laval. Oh, they get the kill on Nick Laval. That's a massive kill here for the Bears.
I think that was Joey shooting the bounce off the pin.
I think it was too.
And then he fills out to that corner, which is going to make it hard for Brandon Cornell to fill out there. So it's a 3-on-3 now.
This field has a lot of effective bounce shots. Seen a lot of guys dying bounce shots this weekend. So JC going to make his move up, get to the 50-yard line. He's got Zach right behind him. But Brandon Cornell on an island. He's at that can. That is it's kind of a rubbish spot.
It's a tough spot to be the island in.
It is. And Joey's got dominance on him on the wrap. Want to make sure that he can't match it. JC just taking a look around, trying to figure out how to break this. Zach Yakimek maybe thinking about taking a cut into the center, and then good retreat by Robbie Altamore to get to that corner. That's two really tough spots to dig out, that Dorito corner and that Snake corner. The Bears playing almost like they want to win the match right here, take this way down in time.
I mean, they're playing defense right now for the most part, and we always say, and it's just a paintball maxim, if you're going to play defense, you have to make their shots. They have done that now to even it up, to get that shot on the ball, and they had to get creative to do it. Now they have to also do zone control. They cannot let Brandon Cornell get out wide and start marching up that D side, and he still has 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to work with.
And what happens here is that you run out of the paint to do real zone control as Joey Altamore now goes into the small Dorito. I think Impact picked him up. I saw Paint hit that bunker, and Brandon immediately launches to the big Dorito. Robbie now coming back into Snake 1, and Joey gets shot out of that small.
Yeah, that's a tough death. That's a tough death from over there. And sure enough, here comes Brandon Cornell stalking down that D side. JC pop the top and staying alive. Zach also doing a great job of zone control behind him. They're going to get the shot in on Buffton, and that's going to do it though. Oh no, minor penalty. I did see something come off at JC, and it's going to be a minor that's going to pull out Zach, but that leaves Brandon Cornell alive on the D side to go hit that buzzer to tie this game up with 5 minutes and 31 seconds left to go.
Wow. And that's lucky, because I think Brandon shot Joey, then shot Robbie, and I think Zach shot. No, you think he deserved the major there? What do you think?
I thought JC got at least one of those kills.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it for sure. I can't say it for sure.
For everyone at home, a major penalty is when you have a hit on you and you shoot another player. So it's really consequential with JC getting the minor there, whether he shot someone or not. If he shot someone with a hit, it should have been a major. That would have been a swing point in the Bears' favor. Instead, Impact is going to tie it up, being able to absorb the minor penalty on JC with Brandon Cornell still alive.
Well, I'm not sure who put a ball on JC there either. I'm blind spotted out to him. I couldn't see him.
Big moments in this match as well to FIT. Just nothing but outstanding, man. The grind that they've put in to get as good as they are and what they did in the semi-pro division, very laudable, very impressive. It's a great paintball story. And they're taking on some paintball legends with a nasty roster. When this year started, I'm doing as my homework as I do for my job, and I'm looking at all these rosters, I'm thinking, man, XFactor looks really good this season. I thought the pickup of Axel was excellent. And then how good TJ's been coming off that big knee injury he had for almost like a season and a half. And then how good Meter's been.
Fuzzy.
Colt Roberts, Fuzzy. Yeah, it's a ridiculous roster. And then Bayless, you know, yeah, they lose Parrish to Aftershock, but it's a deep roster. You know, they pick up Tim Stetzel, another Northeast guy. Anyway, point is, in some universe, maybe this one, they win a tournament this season.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, you know, they got to get through FIT first.
Yep.
And FIT's been nothing but impressive in their rookie pro season. Now, yeah, some of these guys got some decent spins on AC Dallas years ago, got relegated, learned a lot down the semi, just dominating the semi-pro division. We used to joke that if there was a division between pro and semi-pro, that's where they deserve to be.
And they play connected paintball. They're one of the best communicating teams out here, which is usually not the case for a rookie pro team.
Absolutely, and the fundamentals are on point. For a big dude in the home, he is hard to kill out of that spot.
Well, Colt's, he shoots bodies on the break, and he wins gunfights. If you shoot a body on the break, it's like Bo Milo for you guys, right? Like, Bo's a good shot. So every now and then, if you guys are light on the roster and he can shoot a body on the break, you already did your work.
Us light?
Yeah, you guys are real light on the roster. How's your hand, by the way?
What's this table made out of?
It's soft plastic. I think you're going to be okay.
Huge kill off the break for XFactor with Fuzzy coming up into the Hertz break, and they kill Colt.
Just 15 seconds left to go, and XFactor trying to steal this one. They're pushing the issue with 4 bodies up the middle. Fuzzy gets cut in half. Here comes Colt Roberts as the gun shift. Colt gets shot as well, too, but on the staggered attack, we'll see if they can crack through the line as they send all 5 into the breach. And I don't think they're going to have enough time. Axel Godin, he has some speed, but not able to do it. Needed about another half second, so we're going to be going to yet another overtime point.
PaintballFIT's breathing a sigh of relief there, because that was about as close as it gets.
That's a good call, Josh.
XFactor got everything they wanted there. A kill off the snake side, off the break, streaking through the middle, but unable to put it together.
You can kind of see the clock in the pits, but everyone in the pit for FIT was probably like this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Axel trip, somebody trip Axel. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't believe we lost this one. But no, they were able to punch their ticket into overtime. So it's going to reset 5-on-5. We're going to throw 5 minutes on the clock. And I've never seen pro paintball before. If we get through 5 minutes, we go to one-on-ones. So each team will send out their hero, and if we can't get a winner, we're just going to keep lining them up until somebody gets a victory.
My idea to Tom Cole this offseason was 3-on-3, 3-minute overtime, and then to one-on-ones.
Yeah, that's less of a nail biter for you guys, but way less entertaining for us. I don't have a dog in this fight anymore, and I would rather just see the one-on-ones.
Straight to one-on-ones.
Yeah, straight to one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Just because, again, I'm looking, entertain me, boys. Give me some entertainment, all right? I'm up here 10 hours a day. I want to be entertained.
Yeah. So 2-2 game here. Impact and Bears. What's there, about 5 minutes left in this one? Or
yeah, there's still some time left in this one. Maybe a little under 5. I can't really remember. But, yeah, locked at 2. Impact answering the call. Bears look good early.
This could be the point here. The way the pace of the last 2 have gone, kind of slower points.
Over the shoulders on the Bears. Ooh, they either got a good break or a really bad break, and it looks like a really bad break. They're tripling up this back center because Altimore had to come and tag up. So see if Robbie can get out. Yeah, triple stack of bodies in the back center. Not how you want to start it here. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, but Impact not able to shoot a body. They keep 5 bodies alive, though, and get a little penetration in the middle. And then on a secondary, here comes the Bears as they get a body into Snake 1.
Robbie Altimore really hitting the deck, giving everything on that Snakefield, but they lose Mark Barolo, I think that was behind him, or Sakaguchi, I'm not sure, but 4 bodies left for the Bears. Impact with 5 alive. JC looking to take the bite into the Snake. He gets in as Brandon Cornell fills into that South Electronics tower. Another player coming off for the Bears.
I think that was Laval, because he wrapped around, got the kill, called it immediately back. So just Laval feasting up the middle. Now he's going to hit the deck and crawl up to that 50-yard line wedge. Here comes JC. Justin Cornell's going to get here kind of top left of your screen to match up with Altimore and the Snake.
Impact saying their hardcore call, meaning all 5 alive. They're just going to roll their guns here. They got the spots. Tie game. connecting. Oh, but I think they lose Brandon Cornell out of the South Electronics Tower.
Who shot Brandon?
I think it might have been Robbie in the. I don't think the Snake one has that.
Both Robbie and the tower are inside. I'm not sure who got that shot there.
Nick Laval comes into the Hertz bunker on the Bear side of the field, tries to shoot Joey in the hopper. I saw something come off. It might have been off the bunker.
And here comes the push from Impact on the Snake side. JC gets into Snake 3. He's got Zach right behind him. Laval is already past the 50-yard line into the Bears brick, and he was looking D side. He's now going to switch off and look towards Robbie and the Snake. Altamore also zoned up inside. Zach down the line. Cornell also looking across field, try to get that coast-to-coast shot on D1.
Dalton dodging a ball from Robbie in the Snake 1 here. Joey now launching. He wants to get Nick Laval. Nick Laval gets down in that Hertz brick.
That was smart. He felt the pressure, and he guns up that way, and he gets the drop in on him, and he stays alive. Nick Laval, but Zach Yakimek dies during that chaos, and here comes Justin Cornell as Robbie Altamore gets shot as well, too. Justin alive in the chaos, and also on the D side, was that Dalton still alive in that chaos as well, too. So beautiful job by Nick Laval, multiple kills for him. You know, we give away money courtesy of Pate Smith Law. He's an attorney that represents clients in property claims against their insurance company, so doing God's work. And that's not as good as the Clint Johnson moves we saw and some Alex. We've had some 4 and some 5-pack run-throughs on day 1, but that was an incredibly just hats-off performance from Nick Laval and a very crucial tie-ball game moment to give his team the lead.
Super clutch. Joey tried to catch him sleeping going into the Dorito 3. Nick able to dodge that, get his gun up, and get Joey clean on the bump. The Bears try to launch forward and dig Nick out of there, but JC was there on the protect. Impact taking a 1-point lead.
Big shout out to Great American Paintball. Subscribe now, print is back. I got the editor, Mike Jeffrey, up here. Coaches Revo as well, too. So yeah, talk to me about the project.
You know, wanted a paintball magazine to be out there. Had talked to Oliver Lang about interviewing for years. We did that interview last summer. He put me in touch with Alex, and Alex really picked up the ball and ran with it. Wanted to bring something great into the community. I started reaching out to people to contribute. I got one of my favorite contributors right next to me and Josh Taylor, who wrote an awesome piece. Yeah. Josh and I bonded as writers on a paintball team over 10 years ago.
And way back.
Yep, and 13 years later, he's contributing to the magazine. So.
And thanks for pushing me to do it too, because I wasn't super happy with it when I started writing it.
No, you crushed that piece, man. I mean that's my favorite piece in the entire book.
So much, thank you.
What about the Harrison Fry profile or the Oliver interview? I thought those were great.
I mean, hey, buddy, you absolutely crushed it on those interviews. But the second person expose that he wrote on a bad look at Cup on his trip home was great. Josh's
piece is my favorite too. As we go into overtime, XFactor against PaintballFIT, both teams get 5 bodies out alive. XFactor really needs this here. Oh, Fit maybe taking a bounce with 2 in the back center there. XFactor with much better field position with Axel and that snake side wedge. It's going to be really tough. Oh, now he gets shot in the hopper.
I think that came from Billy.
Axel turns around.
Yeah, in overtime here. This is a big moment for XFactor trying to take down this rookie sensations, PaintballFIT.
They pick up the snake, that call echoing across the XFactor line. They kill another Chavez. That's a huge kill out of the Dorito corner.
Desperation run out wide. Does he make it? And he looks like he does. So a little bit of poor zone control, but still in the driver's seat here for San Antonio. XFactor, they let the body fill out wide for PaintballFIT, but they are still in the driver's seat again. Just 4 minutes left to go. They got a high body situation. It's a 5-on-3 moment for XFactor to try to seal up this victory in overtime.
XFactor's just going to continue to apply pressure little by little here. They've got plenty of time to work with, plenty of bodies to work with. They just need to not give anything back here. Don't let them even it back up, even one body, and this is theirs.
Colt taking pressure now on that snake side tower. Axel shooting from that Dorito side wedge inside. And then you got TJ Danner and Meter Ninos with the 2-prong attack over there on the Dorito side. Billy directing the comms from Snake 1 for XFactor. Shooting inside, putting pressure on Colt's bunker. PaintballFIT communicating well, just trying to win gunfights here. They practice it all the time. 4 to 5 days a week is what people say. As Meter now gets into PaintballFIT's Dorito, the Dorito 5 over there.
Yeah, Meter pushing the issue on that D side of the field, and he has a decent amount of time to work with, and just 3 bodies in front of him. And this great crossfield spread. Like to see XFactor get up on the snake side a little bit, but definitely have to worry about Stewart in the snake. But Stewart's focused crossfield.
Axel Gauden now going into the PaintballFIT Hertz bunker here. All XFactor is looking for is a trade here. Some kind of connection.
Or if they can get Stewart to engage down the sideline and win that gunfight.
Right.
I mean, the tower's hot, but doesn't really matter. At that point, it'll be a 5-on-2. They can get a clean gunfight win with Billy, because it's Billy right-handed versus Stewart left-handed. I mean, Stewart's got a nasty snapshot. But
2.5 minutes on the clock. XFactor just continuing to tighten the noose, taking little bites here, nothing major. Putting themselves in the spot.
Oh man, Axel, that was a close one. He's going to switch off.
That was very close.
Billy down the wire, snake way. Doesn't want to let Colt shoot down on his pack, crawling forward. Waiting for Stewart to engage with him. Stewart, with no interest in doing that, has to make sure Axel can't come through the center. And Chavez also just protecting that center for, oh, sorry, that's...
yeah, Chavez got shot early.
Right. Meter getting down the wire.
Ooh, little retreat from Axel to reposition to get to that wedge. So TJ close to Meter, right behind him. Good 1-2 stack. And Axel Gauden up and on his feet here, feeling way less pressure at that wedge. Enough that he can spin around and just have a casual conversation cross field with TJ. Everyone in FIT is just zoned up right now, and they have to. It's a 5-on-3 situation. They're in a really tough spot. They have decent spots, and they have a good crossfield spread, but numerical superiority just obvious here for XFactor, but they have to find a way to break this cross.
Here
Who's it going to be?
Axel.
Yeah, Axel's going to go. Ooh, they get the drop in on Meter. That was Stewart.
4-on-3.
That was definitely Stewart. Stewart with a huge coast-to-coast shot on Meter Ninos. Billy Bernacci gets a little bit closer. Axel got in, still alive on their side of the field.
60 seconds.
Ooh.
4-on-3 advantage for XFactor. Billy's going to come down now, and I think Billy's going to try to get dominance on Colt and maybe just try to run down Stewart.
Yeah, but Colt needs to get pressured.
Oh.
Colt getting taken out of that tower. Now it's a 2-on-4.
Billy killed Colt on the inside wrap, so it's just the Dorito corner and Snake 1 for FIT. Axel now hunting, battling that Snake 1 from the open. Oh, but he got
Axel inside, but here comes Billy. Billy's going to dice up Stewart, though. Stewart got to be careful not to spin. It doesn't matter, though, because Matt Jackson and Billy Bernacci has blown open this D side. TJ Danner still alive on that D side, and it's a 1-on-3 situation in favor of XFactor. Billy has 16 seconds left to work with to try to get in and hit that buzzer to get this last kill. And he does. He's right by the buzzer. So with 11 seconds left to go in overtime, Billy Bernacci going to seal the deal and get XFactor a come from behind victory, and that keeps them in the tournament. They're going to be 2-1. Their last game is going to be against Dynasty. Dynasty, 2 more games for them. Gives FIT their first loss of the tournament. They are now 2-1. FIT's last game's against the Ironmen. Ironmen are undefeated so far. They're 3-0. What a great set.
Really gritty win by XFactor. Billy Bernacci, in my book, the best Snake player to ever do it, with a really smart close, taking the small bites, connecting on the shot on Colt, bunkering the Snake 1 clean, and then closing out that Dorito corner to help XFactor take that overtime point in a basically must-win prelims game.
Couple of bodies that they gave away there, but they had the bodies to give at that point. But cool, calm, composed, textbook.
Yeah, boy, Fuzzy, way to put
In
it
the
together,
pits with a
Fuzzy.
triumphant
Hey,
XFactor.
Yeah, I know. I told Billy to go get him.
Yeah, good job. Attaboy, Bill.
Yeah, a little bit of a nail biter at the end. Going to jump into this next point. Still 3:15 left to go in this one here. Edmonton Impact up by 1 over the Bears. Bears going to launch early, getting up into that middle, doubling up that back center. And not able to get the shot in on JC, who coasts maybe, though. Referee going to check him out. No, he's good to go. So it's a 5-on-5 break. Better field position in the middle for the Bears. Better field position in the Snake here for Impact.
Bears down 1, playing with a deficit for the first time in this match. Still finally get 2 out of the back center there. Impact
to double up the tower.
to double up the tower. At least it's a bigger bunker.
True. It's better than doubling up the back center. That tower's not great. It's okay for a little bit. Ooh, and up the middle. Looks like the Bears' Manners not able to get it done.
That was Nick Laval who slid into that Dorito side wedge for Impact. Diced up Evan Manners' back. I don't even know how they picked that up, but they did, and Nick makes the perfect move off of it to give Impact a bot. Oh, but they throw it away. Brandon Cornell dies out of his spot again. So 4-on-4 here. Impact with the lead and just about 2 minutes left. Impact going to try to play their zone control game here a little bit. They're not going to force anything. Bears in the snake, though. Is that Mark Barolo in the snake one for them? Yeah, that looks like Mark. They got Joey Altimore in that Dorito side can. Look for him to make a move. Dalton playing inside for that Dorito can for impact. Nick retreats to that Hertz brick so he can get better comms with JC.
I mean, both these teams have good field position, but just a little bit better for impact because they have Snake 1 and they have that body up the middle. Bears are still pocketed up in the backfield. You see JC in the snake. Bears are going to get out wide and up a little bit here. So see if impact can control these zones. Not able to do it. Bears coast into D3. Buffton's going to come over to help out Joey.
Nick now comes into the snake side wedge for impact. I don't think they know he's there. Mark has to be careful when he's taking his looks inside. Ooh, comes over the top, picks up Nick, doesn't connect on the shot, but picking him up is huge.
Yeah, so Nick transitioning over here towards the 50 wedge. Look towards this side. Here comes a move out wide from Barolo as we hit the minute mark. So Bears have to find a way to rush into these guns as safely as possible here as impact is...
Oh,
but Nick gets shot as he pops the top a little bit. That's a little bit of a tough death for Nick right there. Because they have a 1-point lead. They're at 50 seconds left. Oh, and they get a shot in on Justin Cornell.
Takes forever to get off the field there. Just 35 seconds left, but the Bears have 4 bodies. Mark wrapping on the Dorito can, coming up the snake side. Here's Mark Barolo pushing the issue for the Bears. He's got help behind him. Yes. I think he shot Dalton. He definitely shot him there.
Yeah, here comes Barolo. Barolo's going to launch. He's going to dice up the back of Zach Yakimek, GJ Sakaguchi following him up. Barolo's going to get in there with 17 seconds left to tie this game up. So we will see another point before overtime. Most likely, probably going to see an overtime point, though, with 17 seconds left. Can you score a 17-second point? Of course. But it's a big ask with a layout like this because you can't really flood up that middle as fast as you can on another layout. So hoping for no majors. A major under 60 seconds is a swing point. But the Bears answer the call and make this a match. And that's going to be a little bit of a head-scratcher for Impact as they go back into the pits because, you know, when we were at 45 seconds left, or about 50 seconds left, Nick was still alive, JC was still alive, but Nick pops the top in that situation and gets clipped, and then I don't know who shot JC.
I didn't see that at all.
I felt like Nick's move after he got picked up in that wedge was to crawl back to that Hertz brick. He could pick a side there. If I were him, I would have picked the Dorito side because Joey was the more aggressive player for the Bears all day on that Dorito side. And the Bears did have to force the issue. Great job by Mark Barolo there to roll behind his gun, stay on his feet, and get forward with help behind him.
Take your time, guys.
Barolo has been playing some real good paintball, man. He, like, every single game, he's in mostly the right position at the right time. He's been really good on the close. He's been doing, you know, we're playing chess out here, not checkers. You need to have some high IQ, smart moves in the right situations, and he seems to be doing it way more often than he's not.
He's a great businessman and a great paintball player. Knows how to read the situation there. Owns Sandana. A lot of you guys wearing his headband, and then he's also coming out here and tying games under 60 seconds against Edmonton Impact.
Barolo, he strikes me as one of those men that if whatever you need, he could probably get it taken care of. You need some jewelry, he'll get it for you. You need a house, he'll probably hook you up.
Dinner reservation, pinball machine, he's got it all. That's not even a joke. He has the hookup for rare pinball machines.
Yeah, he seems like one of those grinders. And yeah, owner of Sandana. And a great paintball player too, man. He's definitely been getting it done.
The Bears at practice too last weekend. We were playing at their field in Virginia. They really were adamant about having 2 bodies in that snake, and they would get Robbie up there and Mark right behind him. And that makes it difficult on a team because sometimes you shoot a guy out of the snake, you want to say kill the snake. When there's another guy right there, all of a sudden you're playing like it's not hot, and you get diced up by Mark Barolo or Robbie Altimore.
Also, big props to Joey Altimore on the Dorito side, who's consistently playing sort of the island in that can, finding his way out to the corner, finding his way into the 300, and giving his team some breathing room when the gun shipped over to him.
So 300 D3?
Sorry, D3, yes.
It's all good. We get people up here like, yeah, so I was in the Apple shooting the Godzilla, you know, and then I was like, Charger, 300, 53, 53. And I'm like, dude, no one knows what you're talking about.
So a 17-second point here. I don't expect Impact to push the issue here. Let's see if the Bears do.
So on the breakout, just 16 seconds, most likely going to see an overtime point. Ooh, Zach got to be careful there.
That was very close.
No penalty assessed. Zach Yakimek walking off, and then here comes the move out wide as time is about to expire here for the Bears. They're pushing in the snake. Baltimore got to be careful too. Man, we've seen a lot of overtime.
Yep. Very competitive paintball out here. No slouches in pro these days.
Yeah, that's been the talk on camera and off camera. When I start talking to the leaders of teams, we start talking shop. That's kind of one of the main things we're talking about. The parity out here is impressive. You know, because Diesel was the 20th ranked team coming out of Vegas, and they had a pretty good look out here. 1-2 yesterday, lost 2 today. You know, and then if we go down the ranks and we're looking at the other teams down in the bottom of the barrel, at least for event number 1, ML Kings had a much better look out here. New York Extreme Blast Camp, highly improved. Sorry, Josh.
Yeah, I hear you. It's okay.
And then teams like Uprising that haven't had Sundays in a while, they're no slouches. Those guys play really tough from behind. They shoot well off the break. You just can't take anyone lightly out here.
Makes it really fun to watch now because, you know, years ago, been doing this quite a while, and years ago you had our top teams, you know, top 5 or 6, and most of the time they're the ones deep into Sunday. Now still, for the most part, they are, but the Hurricanes made it into the finals at the last event. Aftermath made it top 4. New York Extreme, you guys did really good last year. You guys were a top team last year, so we're starting to see some new teams step up, and in the prelims, it's kind of anyone's game. Never know what's going to happen. Still seeing familiar faces, obviously Dynasty, but you know, Dynasty dropped 2 yesterday. Who knows what they're going to do this afternoon?
I'm going to go on the record here and say that this is a year that a new team breaks through and wins a tournament, because it's only been those 6 teams: Russians, XFactor, Damage, Dynasty, Heat. I always forget someone.
Impact.
Dynasty? Did I forget Dynasty?
No, you said Dynasty.
No.
Impact was the 6th.
Impact. Those are the only 6 teams that have won in the NXL era. I think a 7th team is going to join the ranks this year. You can ask me who it's going to be, and you know who I'm going to say.
It's a little Baltimore Revo. Yeah, I mean,
that's right.
I know Infamous had a really bad look at it out here, but it's been years since they've won a tournament. I think they have a pretty lethal roster that when they dial it in, they're going to be scary. XFactor definitely has a roster, but looking a little bit deeper down, yeah, man, to me it's kind of one of those things where it's like until I see you do it, I don't know if you can. Of
course, yeah.
You know, yeah, sure, you can win some prelim games, but as we always talk about, you know, because some people are like, oh man, Sunday's just another day. Why does everyone trip on Sunday? I'm like, that tells me you haven't really been there that often.
yeah.
That was a tell for you because you don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The windows get smaller. Everybody's shots get way better off the break. It's a different.
Well, Josh, you have been on Sunday now a decent amount. So what's the pressure like though? You know.
The pressure seems to be that once everybody figures out the vanilla, the base play that everybody's going to do, where you can get safe, have the most living bodies, figuring out how to adapt to that and change, and also continuing to not give up if you have a 5-on-4, 5-on-3, not giving that body back. It gets exponentially more difficult to do it as you go.
And there are little things too, like you win one game, you don't know who you're playing after that. So in the prelims, you know which 4 teams you're going to play. You can sort of mentally prepare for that. Sunday is a long day with a lot of uncertainty and so much pressure. People behave differently under high pressure.
That's my favorite part of this whole thing, is seeing how people, what happens to them mentally on Sunday. That's my favorite part of this entire ordeal.
And what happens in overtime here between Impact and the Bears. Evan Manners coming into the South Electronics Tower for the Bears. 5 alive for both teams, mirrored up.
Yeah, both teams doubling up that back center. Not much of a risk to start things out, but here comes Evans and Impact. They're going to risk the body into the snake, and he makes it clean. Zach gets out right behind him, so it's going to be JC and Zach, and then matching that is the Bears. Baltimore also digs out and gets in clean as well, too. They're still doubling up that back center for the Bears. I would like to see them get out of there for their chances. And then here comes, looks like Brandon Cornell. So instead of Laval, it's going to be Brandon Cornell going up the middle.
I like that for Brandon Cornell, getting him out of that tower early. He had a couple tough deaths out of here. He comes up, he checks off the snake side wedge, and then now gets his gun up on the snake. I don't think that the Bears know he's there. Bears still with 2 bodies in the back center. They got to change that soon or it's going to be trouble for them.
Yep.
Bears are thinking about getting out of that back center. But here on your screen, that was Brandon Cornell up the middle of the field, and he's in the best position currently for either team. 4 minutes now on the clock. Bears do clear that back center with one body, still keeping a body back there, though. But Impact, with setting Brandon up early and getting him to that spot, the middle has been really setting the tempo and the pace of how these points go. And with Brandon, and no one up there to match him yet for the Bears. Manners has been rolling dice up there a lot, but I just, like, who's in position right now to try to get up in there and deal with Brandon?
Impact losing JC out of the snake, so a one-body advantage with the Bears now. That's huge with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this overtime point, but now Zach Yakimek with a huge, big fill into there. That's going to keep Robbie from crawling down on him. Everyone gets a little bit more conservative in these high-stakes points. You don't really see people come trucking down. Usually looking to take it bite by bite. Brandon Cornell just on a hard post on the inside, now hunting a little bit, backing off, looking to see if he can catch Robbie sleeping. The Bears communicating. Both teams mirrored up in that Dorito side can. It's Dalton for Impact and Joey Altimore for the Bears.
Ooh, Brandon almost got the drop on Robbie. Maybe he did. Referee's going to get in there and give him a check. And then Brandon does a little retreat back to the brick.
Very smart move to retreat there. He gets identified, knows he's going to tell his team.
Another death, and it's for Impact, and it's Dalton Vanderbilt. He goes eyes to the sky in frustration as we are in overtime. And that is a tough death for Dalton. And just 3 bodies out there currently for Impact, and definitely a big opportunity here for the Bears they cannot squander. They're playing Edmonton Impact, one of the best teams ever. They're in overtime. They desperately need a win.
So the big thing with Dalton being the furthest one back, I'm sure that Zach saw him walk off. He's got to get that to Brandon and Nick Laval to make sure that Brandon doesn't hunt too much in that center. Now it's really important for Cornell to live. Nick Laval in a tough spot with that tiny tower over there. If Joey Altimore is able to get up the Dorito side, it's going to get very difficult for Nick to live in there with 2 minutes left in overtime. Impact definitely going to try. They don't get a kill in the next minute. They're definitely going to try to hold it to one-on-ones.
Look for Manners to match the middle here because right there. He's reading that there's nobody on the D side there and he can get up there. He knows there's a body up in the gut already.
Yeah, Brandon needs to die if you're the Bears.
Because got a body to trade.
You love a trade here if you're the Bears. You got to do it correctly. I don't think they don't know where he is because he retreated. I don't think Brandon has shot his gun yet. He did go over the top a couple times, though. Bears.
He's just not catching any pressure. He's just totally focused on that snake side. But we're down to 1 minute and 20 here, so.
Bears content to own the pocket here. They've got real estate in the snake. They've got Manners up in the center.
Joey has to get outside.
Yep.
Nick is down low, so he can't really be put in by Joey, but now he goes.
Makes it.
Ooh, he
close.
was looking inside as if he got shot there for a second. Mark Barolo now getting into the snake behind Robbie.
They're making all these moves with a minute left. It's been a 5-on-3 for a little bit. Here comes Manners. It's okay as long as they make another couple secondary moves, because now they're going to face a situation where this could be one of those moments where all these run-throughs start happening and they needed 5 more seconds to get the win, and we go to 1-on-1.
Manners now knows Brandon Cornell is there as he shot his gun at Robbie but didn't connect on the snake kill. Evan just has to come through and trade with him. That's all. Oh, no, but I think he gets caught by Zach Yakimek on the wrap. Great instincts by Zach there. That changes the situation. 3-on-4 advantage for the Bears. Ref coming in to check Nick.
That was a massive kill for Zach with just 23 seconds left to go, and it's kind of so they are going to take out Nick Laval, but Zach and Brandon still alive. Another body coming off here for the Bears, and Zach gets shot out, but I just don't know if they're going to have enough time. Maybe they will. I think they're going to have enough time with just 5 seconds left as Joey gets in there and hits the buzzer, and the Brooklyn Bears taking this victory in overtime and upsetting Edmonton Impact, and that puts Edmonton Impact in a must-win situation against the Hurricanes in the last set. That's going to be a good one because Dynasty is going to be in a must-win situation. And so is Edmonton Impact. I mean, that last set is Dynasty, XFactor, Hurricanes, and Impact with Sunday implications. Stick around for that one. So congratulations to the Bears, the big upset victory. They stay in this tournament. They lost 2 yesterday, dropped to the Hurricanes, dropped to the ML Kings. Their next game is going to be against Aftershock, who is undefeated so far. But the next set's going to be Dynasty and New York Extreme, Hurricanes and ML Kings, and Dynasty dropped 2 yesterday. It's going to be a good one. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you check out Great American Paintball. And where can people go for more information about that, Mike?
I'll be greatamericanpaintballmag.com or follow us on Instagram, Great American Paintball. If you want to contribute, you want to be a writer, hit me up. hit up Alex, find us at an event. You got a story, we want to put it in print.
So that is going to do it here for this one. 3 more sets to go. 2024 NXL Major League Paintball Lone Star Major in the Pro Division. I'm Matty Marshall here on Go Sports. We'll be right back.
Robbie, way to go, Robbie. These cocksuckers.